Is now the time to add a new tool to your prepping supplies? Let's find out.
The world economy is heading into the worst economic headwinds since World War II.
There is a stock market crash coming.
Brace yourself, they are coming for everything.
I think it's worse than 1929.
You're going to see radical disorder in the next 5 years.
One way of putting it is you could say that the fiat currency era is coming to an end.
President Trump's crypto working group just dropped a blueprint for US regulators designed to kick off what they're calling a, quote, golden age of crypto.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, and thanks for taking the time out to click on the video and check the channel out. Now you join me today in a new video format called In the Bunker. Here I'll be doing some videos, live streams, podcasts and chats. So if you've got any suggestions for future videos, chats or even podcast topics, let me know and we can see if we can get them in recorded here in the bunker. So today's video, now I'm not sure about you, but it feels to me like something's brewing in the financial markets. Everywhere I look lately on YouTube, there seems to be a warning about world's finances. And here in the UK, we have massive living cost increases and the rise in inflation yet again. Plus a government are very keen on taxing everybody at the moment and making it really tough on people. So as preppers, we try to prepare against all types of emergency, whether it's man-made or natural, and a financial disaster is definitely one I think you should be preparing for. So with that being said, in today's video, we're going to look into something which could be a way of protecting you against financial crisis, and that's cryptocurrency. And is it something we as preppers should be looking at? Also later in the video, I'll be announcing a new partnership between the Bug Out Shop and a new prepper crypto coin made by preppers for preppers. And I think it's something new for the preparedness world. Now, before we get into the video too much, believe it or not, there are people out there who watch the videos but don't subscribe to the channel. So yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But if you are one of those people who like watching videos and don't at the moment subscribe, please think about subscribing. It's totally free of charge. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll be the first to know when new video content comes out. So yeah, if you do like the channel and you can do so, please think about subscribing, like the videos. It just helps spread the word and helps the channel grow. Right then, let's get back to it. Crypto. Now, some people swear by it. They swear it's the future of money. Others say it's worthless in a grid down situation. So let's break it down first. What is crypto? Well, to my knowledge, very simply, it's digital money. You don't hold it in your hand like cash, but it exists online. You can trade it, you can store it, and in some places you can spend it. You may have heard of Bitcoin, but there are thousands of us out there. I think when Bitcoin started, it was worth like 5 cents a coin. Now it's touching $100,000 a coin. But just bear in mind, my knowledge on the subject is very limited. But I do know that leaving money sitting in the bank isn't the smartest move, especially with inflation eating away at it and devaluing your hard-earned money. So what should you actually do with any spare cash as a prepper? How do you turn that cash into a real world security? You could turn that cash into assets such as food, metals, kit, and with that, where does cryptocurrency fit in? Well, first up, let's have a look at food. If you think about it, every pound or dollar you spend on long life food is now protecting yourself from tomorrow's price rises. And unlike other assets, you can eat it. Whereas tins, rice, pasta, or freeze-dried food, food storage is literally money in the bank and something you can live on. You always need it. Then there's precious metals like gold and silver. These have been real money for thousands of years. Silver is especially practical because it's easy to trade in small amounts. Gold is more about storing larger chunks of wealth long term. And unlike paper money, metals hold their value. They don't just vanish when government goes bust or banks collapse. If you hold it, you own it. Now what about equipment? If you've got spare cash, turn it into useful kit is one of the smartest prep moves you can make. We're talking about water filters, cooking gear, boots, knives, medical supplies. These aren't just things, they're assets. In a crisis, having the right equipment could be worth more than gold. And unlike keeping cash in a bank, every time you use that gear, it's paying you back in value. Now, where does cryptocurrency fit into all this? Now, crypto is not food, it's not a water filter, it's not something you can trade at your local farm shop if the grid goes down, but it's another way of protecting some of your wealth from inflation and obviously government controls. So we can all see what controls are coming on the horizon with cashless systems and digital control. So you've got to think about it a bit like this. Food is for survival, metals for long-term wealth, equipment for, say, capability, and then crypto is hedging your bets. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, I used to say, isn't it? So that's what crypto I can see for myself. That's what it would be for me. Crypto is also portable. It's borderless. If you travel away from home, you don't want to be carrying all a large amount of assets. You got like a bag full of gold, silver coins, or a box full of food. But with crypto, you can use that asset anywhere in the world, as long as they have internet, that is. So then, if things are rough, high inflation, bank restrictions, financial instability, then crypto can be one or more option you can have in your diversified prepper toolkit. Let's just say. Just like anything else, though, there are pluses and there are negative points to crypto. The downsides are crypto relies 100% on the electricity and the internet. If the grid goes down, then you have nothing. Volatility is another issue. Values could fall as well as rise. If you forgot your password or you lose your digital wallet, you have nothing. Plus points. Well, number one, as we said before, it hedges against inflation. It can hold its wealth. Number two, it's portable, as we said. If you have to leave your country suddenly, you have access to all your assets you could use as long as you remember your password and they have internet connection. And number three, in normal times, you're finding more and more shops and websites, even some countries now, accepting crypto as currency or as payment. Which brings me neatly onto our last point, and that's a cryptocurrency designed by preppers for preppers, and it's called Prepcoin. Now, Prepcoin is different, as I said, because it's built by preppers for preppers, and it's designed to be a community currency. Prepcoin is not just a token, it's a prepping first system designed to reward resilience and gear up communities. Now, as I said before, the bug out is partnering up with Prepcoin, and together we will be very shortly launching a new online store where you could use Prepcoin along with other forms of payment, which will allow you to get exclusive discounts, supply bundles, and a prepping system that can actually work for you. You'll be able to use your Prepcoin, to gear up on food supplies, water filters, comms equipment, plus even skills and courses. Now, before I go a bit more into it, just a disclaimer, really, I'm not a financial advisor, and this video is for informational purposes only, and it doesn't constitute financial advice. Okay, so let's just say that first. But Prepcoin is currently on a pre-sale at the moment, and myself and others have joined, and the pre-sale ends in November, I think, and then it'll be open to the wider market. If you're interested in Prepcoin, please follow the links below for all the information on how to buy. Now, if you do want to perhaps dabble in Prepcoin, you could invest as little as £1 or £2, and there's a maximum of £500 at the moment in the pre-sale. When the pre-sale ends, I think that limit is lifted, and when the pre-sale does end, there is only a finite amount of Prepcoins available. But as we said previously in the video, Prepcoin and other cryptocurrencies is not something you invest all your money in it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, as we said, but it's something, if you have got a spare bit of cash, invest in, as we said, supplies, perhaps precious metals, but also perhaps look into crypto as well. And if you are going to choose a crypto, why not choose a cryptocurrency which is for preppers, and that's Prepcoin. And if you are one of those people who say, what can you use it for? It's totally useless, it's just on the computer. Well, like I said, we are partnering up with the bug-out shop, where you can use your Prepcoin to purchase goods and services. So that's it. Should preppers look into crypto, and especially Prepcoin? Personally, I think yes. If you see it as an addition to your prepping supplies and not a replacement, I suppose the key is balance, isn't it? So converting spare cash into assets isn't just about investing; it's about preparing. Don't swap out your tins of food and your water filters for digital coins. Those essentials come first. If you've covered the basics and you want to hedge against financial chaos, then having a little crypto alongside things like gold, silver, to me makes sense. As I said, the strongest position as a prepper is to spread your resources across all those areas. Again, food, metals, equipment, and now maybe crypto. So that way, whatever the problem is, whether it's inflation, banking freeze, supply chain issues, a breakdown, digital IDs, central bank digital currencies, government controls, then you've got options. So what do you think? Is crypto worth it for preppers? You know, would you use Prepcoin to trade or buy gear? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Me personally, I say I've never used crypto before, never invested in it. I know a few people who have, and they've done very well. To me, as we said before, it's just another option for my preps in it, you know, to prep against whatever's coming in the future. So that's it. That's the video in a nutshell, just about. So I hope you found it useful. If you do like the videos and you want to see some more, please think about liking, subscribing, and hit the notification bell. And if you do want to see some more videos, check that one out and that one. And I'll catch you again next time. All the best.